H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys supports 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus. One-time pay, lifetime access to live classes and videos. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For free demo class, visit h2kinfosys.com.
The name node is connected to localhost 54310, where this port I had given in my which site.xml? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone give a try on this? Right, Krishna. Right. You will be declaring this in your core site.xml. So if you see the cluster summary here, it is telling you like these number of files are there and this number of blocks were there in total, and this is the heap size. I told you like how much percentage of heap size is used, how much is remaining, and all those things. So this is what it is showing, how much DFS percentage is used, what is the still remaining percentage, and live nodes. So as I am installing Hadoop in my pseudo distributed mode, I have only one node, right, where all the processes were running only on single node. In the sense, the name node is running on the same node and the data node is also running on the same node. So that's the reason I am seeing live nodes as one. For example, if I go for a distributed environment and see, I would see like number of nodes as 5 to 6 machines. For example, if my cluster is 100 size, I would see like live nodes as 100. And if at all, if any node is not working or something, it will show you in dead nodes. You can, once you click this dead node, it will show you the IP address of that particular machine, so that it will show you like which particular machine has went down. Okay, and also the name node storage. So the image edits and all those things were stored in this particular area. So, and it is active in the sense for every particular interval that was given in default, it is storing that also. So let me show you other things also. This is how my job tracker looks like. So my job tracker is connecting to the port 50030, right? So it is again showing the cluster summary. So the number of nodes is 1. If at all, if I am running any job, maybe I am running some MapReduce program, here it will show you like how many tasks, map tasks were running and how many reduce tasks were running. Okay, and what are the, okay, there are few other things like mostly you won't see these things, but let me explain you also. Blacklisted nodes. So it will tell you like, for example, admin will consider like don't use this node at all, and we are not going to use maybe node 98 in my cluster. So it will be mentioned in my blacklisted nodes. For if it says like 2 or number 2 or something, it will show you like 2 machine IP addresses that were not being used in my cluster. You are not able to see all these things because you are running in a pseudo distributed mode. We have only one single machine and one single IP address, and definitely that should work, right? So anytime it will have a value of 0 only. So here it will show you number of jobs that were running, any retired jobs, all those information. So this is how the active task trackers. As the task tracker is also up, it is showing the there is a one single active task tracker and it is connecting to 40530 port. And the default values that I had given is 2 and 2. The default map tasks that I can run in my task tracker is 2, and the default reduce task that I can run in my task tracker is 2. So all these things are like again configurable. I can give as per my wish. So this is how my task tracker. So task tracker is connecting to 50060 port, right? So it will show you like how many tasks are running, if at all if any job is failed, it will show you in the logs. So you can see all the reports here. Okay. Let me show you the configuration directories also. So here I have listed whatever that were available in my configuration directory. So few important things is, the first one is core site.xml, right? It is highlighted in green. We will see what I am having in my core site.xml. See, I'm just printing the value what I'm having in my core site. So if you see here, I had given one property, not one, basically two properties. So all the two properties were given under a single configuration sites. Okay, even though I have 10 properties, I will include all these properties into a single one configuration tag only. So the first property I had given is hadoop.temp.directory. And the value I had given is all the whatever the values that were temporary values that were generated, I will store into this directory. And the next one is fs.default.name. So this is how the name node I will connect, right? So when we had seen the local web interface, you are seeing this one only, right? The name node is connected to localhost 54310. So that's what it is mentioning. So if at all if I give any other port, it will connect maybe 8020. That is a default port that we will be using in our distributed environments for connecting to name node. So if I give here localhost :8020, I would be connecting to the name node, stating as it's connected to that particular port. Okay, let's see the next one. .xml. So here I am having only one single property, that is the replication factor. I had declared the replication factor as 1. So that is the reason there is no much more replication in my pseudo distributed mode. If at all I go for a original distributed mode, I would give a replication factor as 3. And if I feel like my cluster is very big and definitely it's a very busy cluster, I may go for a replication factor of 5 also. So it's all my wish how I need to give it. And the next one is site.xml. So in my MapReduce.xml, I had given one configuration where my MapReduce jobs should connect to. So if at all I have to see my MapReduce.job.tracker in my web interface, it will be connected to localhost.54311 to run any of the map jobs or reduce jobs. So, and the last one is cat environment.sh. So this is an environment file, right? So okay, here see I had given my Java path as export Java home. This is where actually I had installed my Java user lib jvm Java 6 Oracle. So once I install Java, I have to note it here like this is where my Java location is. And also I had declared my heap size as 2000. So this is what the default value I had given here. If I don't declare anything, it will go for some other value, which is a default value that would be coming with Hadoop installations only. Okay, this is another thing which you can see. One second, guys. Okay, if at all I give some path to my masters and slaves also, I can give it here. Maybe let me show you one thing here. So here, as I am having everything on a single node, it is just showing as local host only. So because there is only one master and the machine itself is this machine only, so it's just showing you as local host. But if you go to distributed mode, it will show you the IP address of my master machine. And the similar way for slaves as well. My single machine is a master as well as a slave, so that's the reason it's showing you as a local host only. But if it goes to distributed mode, I will see all the 97 machines if my cluster size is 100. So all the IP addresses you can see here when I give the command cat slaves. So that's what you can know about. That would be enough as per my knowledge. And all the remaining sites.xml, generally you will never ever touch those sites. These are the only few sites that you will be looking into or you will be playing with whenever you are installing Hadoop. That's what pretty much, guys, today. So tomorrow I will let you know like what are the different ways to interact with HDFS. Today I had shown you one web interface, right? There are few other ways also that I can interact with HDFS. So first of all, tomorrow I will finish the installation process. I will explain you, and I will also share the document so that you can follow the document. But be careful before going or before having any of the step in the document, because if anything goes down, even I'm not an admin guy and most of the times you have to browse your internets to set it again. Okay, so that's the reason I am giving you a note before itself. So just follow the instructions carefully so that you can have it installed nicely. And I'm telling you guys in front that installation of Hadoop is not a easy task. Definitely it will take a lot of time, but there is no other go. So that's what pretty much I have for today, guys. Any questions? So fine, guys. Thank you all for joining today's. Okay, Rahul have a question. You mentioned data nodes are usually installed in CentOS. Rahul, it's up to us like in which operating system we want to install Hadoop. I can very well use Ubuntu or I can go for CentOS. It's up to me like which operating system I want to install Hadoop. For now I'm following Ubuntu. So for the whole remaining classes I will show you all the commands or whatever the programs I'm going to run on Ubuntu only. There is nothing different that you will feel. Your instructions will be only for Ubuntu. Yes, but in general all the instructions will be same in any of the operating system. Maybe one or two commands will change when you have a differentiation between CentOS and Ubuntu, but everything will be in common. Right, Krishna. So once the installation is finished, you recommend VM or on actual Linux? I would recommend VM, Rahul, because most of us, we will be having a Windows as an operating system, right? That is the default operating system we would be getting. So my suggestion would be like download a VMware and install on top of it Ubuntu. And one of the advantages like I can install a number of operating systems on my VMware, right? I can have Ubuntu or I can have CentOS as well at the same time. So whatever the operating system I want to connect, I can just switch over. So that's the reason I'm asking you to download a VMware. Tomorrow I will let you know like what is the VMware that you have to download and what is the Hadoop version that you have to download and all those things. Yes, Arjun, for yesterday's and today's class, I mean, it's all under a single PPT, so that's the reason I haven't shared the yesterday's PPT. So once this is finished, I will share you that one as well. And all the remainings, I think hopefully you should have got it by now. Oh, okay. I will check with Vamsi, okay? I have shared those PPTs with him. Okay, guys. I will talk with him, okay? I have shared the remaining PPTs, whatever we had discussed in the initial classes, like the big data introduction, HDFS, reads and writes, all those PPTs I had shared with them. So probably they can give you a link so that you can have a link, look on it. But the cluster settings and all those things, I have everything on a single PPT. So probably by tomorrow I will share it, okay? So, okay guys, any other questions or shall we roll up for today? Fine guys, thank you all for joining. Let's meet tomorrow. Yes, Krishna, once the HDFS, what I will do is I will share the recordings topics wise. Okay, so once HDFS is finished, I will show you all the related recordings of HDFS. And again, once MapReduce is finished, I will share all the recordings of MapReduce. So this is how I share the recordings. Fine? Okay. Thank you, Krishna. So any other questions? Okay guys, thank you for joining. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time, okay? Have a good night.